Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Times Now live with me, Priya Behel, and over the course of next 15 minutes, we'll try and explore the controversy that is raising in Kashi at the Gyanvapi Mosque complex. Now remember, tomorrow is that all-important hearing that is going to take place in the civil court, where the Gyanvapi Mosque surveys side will tell the court how they have been blocked. Ahead of that hearing, Times Now gets you never heard before testimonies that detail how ancient traces of Hindu symbols have been spotted inside the mosque. Remember, after Babri Masjid demolition, access to the area that houses Shringar, Gauri and other murals has been declared a red zone, and which is why access to these areas is limited because there is a barricading around that wall. Now, citing security reasons, while attempts to videograph the insides have been blocked persistently by the mosque side in blatant defiance of court orders, Times Now has managed to speak to those who have visited the complex before the restrictions were put in place, and they corroborate what the videographer told Times Now earlier, that ancient traces of two swastikas, lotus symbols, even shivling and nandi were seen inside the mosque.
ईस्टर्न वॉल में ये मूर्ति सब देखे थे, वीडियोग्राफ किया
जी। आज मस्जिद की दीवारों पे 2 जगह स्वास्तिक चिन्ह दिखाई पड़े वो जी।
और क्या देखा आपने?
बस बाकी तो कमल के फूल वगैरह हैं, ऐसे बहुत सारे कुछ हैं।
अच्छा, तो वेस्टर्न वॉल में माँ श्रृंगार देवी, गणेश सब देखा आपने?
हाँ, नंदी भी देखा, जब परिक्रमा कर रहे थे नंदी भी थे उधर, और जहाँ पूजा होता है कमल के फूल है और शिलाखंड वगैरह है।
देखिए, जो अंदर है बाबा विश्वनाथ जी का शिवलिंग है, जितने भी उसमें खंबे हैं पुराने समय के, जिसमें जो है भगवान के, विष्णु के, लक्ष्मी के, यहाँ तक कि बौद्धों के चक्र आदि जो है सब कुछ जो है उस पिलर में खड़े हैं, जो पुराने कलाकृति द्वारा बना अनादिकाल से जो पत्थर बनते थे उसके हिसाब से हैं। मैंने जब देखा था तो उसमें कोयले की दुकान हुआ करती, पत्थर कोयले की दुकान थी, जिसकी एक महिला जो है वो उसमें पहले पत्थर के कोयले और लकड़ी कोयले पे खाना बनते थे, उससे जो है वो बेचती थी, उससे जो उसका रोजगार चलता था। जब ये बाबरी मस्जिद का ढांचा गिरा तो उस समय जो है सरकार द्वारा, तत्कालीन सरकार द्वारा ये लिया गया व्यवस्था कि भाई हम किसी भी तरह से इस मस्जिद को, मंदिर को सुरक्षित रखें। तो इन्होंने इनके मस्जिद जो अवैध मस्जिद है उसके चारों तरफ बैरिकेटिंग करा दी। बैरिकेटिंग का अर्थ ये कर दिया कि भाई आपको नगर निगम की जमीन में उतनी जमीन आपको दे दी, जिसको ये कहते हैं कि मेरा जो है मस्जिद है। मस्जिद में नमाज जो पढ़ते हैं ये इनका जो है जबरदस्ती का कब्जा है। ये बहुत भीड़ भाड़ से आते हैं, ये केवल दम दिखाते हैं, और नीचे का विशुद्ध रूप से मंदिर है, और ताखाने में नहीं जाने देना ये इनकी जो है अराजकता है या इनकी बड़ी गंदी सोच है।
दोनों एक ही हैं, कोई माता और पार्वती दोनों एक ही हैं। और पार्वती जो है बाहर में है, माता पार्वती को हम लोग श्रृंगार गौरी कहते हैं, और भीतर जो है विशेश्वर थे, और उनके बाहर नंदी का मुंह है। अभी आप देख सकते हैं नंदी मुंह लगाए हुए हम खड़े हैं, तो वो विशेश्वर तो वो मंदिर था ही, इसमें कोई शंका की बात कहाँ से आ जाती है। इसको तो जबरदस्ती ले लिया गया है, और ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए था, क्योंकि जो है ये हिंदुओं की चीज है। और टूटा हुआ हिस्सा तो आपको दिखाई दे रहा है पीछे का, जहाँ श्रृंगार गौरी है, वो तो बिल्कुल स्पष्ट दिखाई दे रहा है। और उसमें स्वास्तिक बने हुए हैं, उसमें सब देवी देवता थे। हम लोग वहाँ बैठ के कथा सुनते थे, उसके ऊपर चबूतरे पर जहाँ पर ध्वंस किया गया है। साल में 2 दफे होती है कथा, एक तो छोटे लाल व्यास की होती है, एक सार्वजनिक होती है।
Joining me on the broadcast now to discuss this issue is Vishnu Jain, the lawyer, Ratan Sharda, an author, Mohammad Asif Hussain Sohail, who is a political analyst, and Atikur Rahman, Islamic scholar. Starting with you, Mr. Jain, this status of this particular complex has been there in place for decades now. Why this sudden demand for a change in status quo?
See, there is no demand for change in status quo. If you will read my petition also, we have only demanded for puja and darshan, and to examine and ascertain those facts, the Honorable Court has appointed the Advocate Commissioner to see that whether on 15th of August 1947 what was the religious character of that place in question. And if you will read the order passed by the Honorable Learned Civil Judge Senior Division of Varanasi Civil Court, he has categorically mentioned that there is every permission to enter inside the barricading. And the issue and objection of my dear friends who have raised this objection of the applicability of Places of Worship Act has also been specifically dealt by the trial court, and on 5th of April 2022 their objection has been rejected. Against that objection they went to the High Court. High Court has also confirmed the order passed by the Honorable Civil Judge Senior Division. So now the question is that nobody wants to change the character of that place. The court and we as petitioners want to ascertain that what is the character of the place. And my respectful submission is that the character of that place is of a Hindu religious structure of a Hindu temple.
Okay, so I must clarify that when I said that you're challenging status quo, I meant that now restricted access is allowed, probably prayers once a year, and now the female petitioners who've gone to the court want that they should be allowed to pray there every single day, not about the nature of the place. But be that as it may, Mr. Atikur Rahman, what is the problem in letting the surveyor inside and conduct a survey?
Priya, I have two issues with it. My first issue is that the local people can amicably settle the things. My second issue is the politicization will happen, nobody will stop it, and the politicization will take this further, and it will go into breaking the Hindu-Muslim unity, and the same path of the Babri imbroglio. We suffered hate, we suffered poison, we suffered riots. To prevent this, we are claiming that any step towards this is a violation of 1991 places. So repeal the act, change it, have something with the government. The government of India is silent. The Supreme Court should take summatory action, this what I feel so, to prevent any further division between the Hindus and the Muslims, because politicization is the main worry of mine.
Mr. Sharda, the mosque side says that they have no problem with the survey, even though they have been blocking it for 2 days. Why are you politicizing it? Are you politicizing it?
Who is politicizing? Where is the politicization? If Hindus want to look at the civilization deep wounds that they've suffered for last 800 to 1000 years, why should be called a politicization? This particular Gyanvapi temple is not something new. This is under dispute for hundreds of years. If you go to the Kashi Vishwanath temple, Nandi doesn't look at Shiva for the first in entire history of Hindu religion. If I could look at only Shaivite even, Nandi faces the Shivaling. Why Nandi is not facing Shivaling here? Why Nandi is facing Gyanvapi so-called mosque? How can mosque be Gyanvapi? Look at the structure itself, is very clearly Hindu structure with imposed domes. So we cannot wash away by saying Hindu-Muslim unity, Hindu-Muslim unity. Is Hindu-Muslim unity only responsibility of Hindus? The Muslims in India do not belong to Mughals. They are not Mughals. They have nothing to do with Aurangzeb. If that is so, as a gesture of goodwill, was it not ideal way that Muslims say, okay, we have nothing to do with the invaders. Hindu psyche has been badly damaged. Their pride has been badly hurt by thousands of temples which are destroyed by these invading people, and we are willing to give away the most pious and most sacred places, Kashi, Ayodhya and Mathura, and we should have reconciliation. Reconciliation doesn't come from, pasting a band-aid on the deep wounds. It hampers when you accept that there is a problem and you accept that civilizationally we must stay together and we are one, and only then situation can be...
Mohammad Asif, who's politicizing the matter? Because the petitioners on whose plea this case has been opened are 5 women who are faithfuls, who are saying that we are scared that the murals that are there inside, including that of Shringar Gauri, might be destroyed. Therefore, we want a survey. So just let us see if everything is fine. Then they're okay with it. Just until that is decided, including the ASI survey case, let us just pray there. What is the problem?
Yeah, I want to congratulate you and the entire team, who has already given the verdict that there was...
Sir, nobody is giving a verdict. We are also nobody to give a verdict. We are just speaking to people, which is why you are here expressing. I'm just asking questions. I have no right whatsoever to deliver a verdict. In fact, the court, two courts, not one, have given a verdict, the Varanasi Civil Court as well as the High Court, and they have said that the surveyor should be allowed inside. That is the verdict that is not being followed.
The Supreme Court order of places of worship. First the government should repeal the act, then.
Sir, no, like Mr. Vishnu Jain very helpfully clarified, nobody is asking for the nature of this place to be changed. The only question is about limited orders given by Varanasi Civil Court and High Court to help our viewers understand. Please stick to that.
We want education, we want food, we want infrastructure. The government is a failure. That's the reason they want.
Sir, nobody is saying that we don't want education and infrastructure. Can we please stick to the matter? Can you please answer my very specific, very basic question? Because you brought the court in, now that you have two courts right now in this particular matter who have said that unrestricted access should be provided to the Advocate Commissioner, who has also been appointed by the court. Why are you blocking it? Why are you in the favor of blocking it?
When we can't take the answer, please don't question me then.
Sir, you're not answering my question. I am asking you questions so that you can answer them.
It's a freedom of speech. What I have to say, I will say it. I will not say your words. You cannot put your words in my mouth.
Sir, I'm not putting.
That's a very clear thing I said.
Stay on the topic, my friend.
After the Babri Masjid, it's clearly mentioned in the verdict that no other worship places will be disturbed. Now, why again? Again, you want another bloodshed? Again, you want thousands of Muslims to be killed again?
Which para? Why should there be bloodshed?
That's what. Go and see. Go and read the verdict. Please go and read the verdict. It's clearly mentioned. Except the Babri Masjid,
I didn't find any para like this. Please quote the para if you are quoting. If you have read so much, then please tell the para.
You are a learned lawyer, so you can go and read it.
You, sir, I am saying that I don't know if you are quoting the judgment of the Honorable.
See, it's clearly.
So you must clarify on times now that this particular para says so, but you can't quote the Supreme Court wrongly. Let me tell you, if you are only sticking to the finding given by the Supreme Court, so far as Places of Worship Act is concerned, that very Supreme Court has issued notice to the challenge made to the Places of Worship Act, and the objection of Places of Worship Act was taken by your lawyer on 5th of April. It has been rejected. They went to the High Court. That has also been rejected. So it's not that the court was unaware about the objection of the Places of Worship Act. And let me tell you, if you are raising that much, sir, just a minute. If you are raising that much objection about the Places of Worship Act, then why there was an exemption given to the Ram Temple, and will you comply with section 3 of the Places of Worship Act? Why after 15th August 1947, so many temples were demolished in Kashmir? But when the temples are demolished in Kashmir, you will not raise any objection.
Let's not just this is a very broad segue that everybody has taken now. Can we just stick to the matter at hand? And if I could bring you in, Mr. Atikur Rahman, you want to say something?
Hundreds of masjids have been demolished. What about that?
Priya, please.
Yes, Mr. Rahman.
There is a disconnection between. Yeah, there is a disconnection between what Mr. Vishnu is saying and what Mr. Ratan Sharda ji is saying. Mr. Vishnu is saying that there won't be any change of character, and Ratan Sharda ji is taking back to history. So once after the videography it is established that there are evidences of this sort and this sort, that what is the step further?
But sir, that is the problem. That is the problem. That videography is not being allowed. Let it be allowed, and then the court can decide what to do.
No.
That there will be symbols of Hindu deities. If you have built a mosque on a barren land, then you should not assume that there will be any symbols of Hindu devi devta.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Vishnu.
What's your scare?
Mr. Vishnu, Priya.
Yes.
Priya, I suggest the central government should form a body of parliamentarians or legislatures or people from both faith, and they should give a list how many places of worship they wanted back. Come on, don't make the Hindus and Muslims fight.
Right.
Don't break the unity among them.
Mr. Ratan Sharda and Mr. Jain. Mr. Sharda first, and then Mr. Jain. Why are you so hell-bent on making Hindus and Muslims fight? Just go to the center and tell them to either repeal the Places of Worship Act or make a list of the religious places whose nature you want to allegedly change.
Places of Worship Act is an insult to Hindus. It's an insult to Muslims, and why should Muslims fight for the invaders? Why should Muslims get upset if they know that their place of worship has been made wrongly by invaders by destroying temples. They can have their mosque. They have lakhs of mosques in India, and why they're stopping the survey? Which means they don't respect the constitution. The respect to constitution is very convenient for them when it suits them, but it doesn't suit them. They will oppose it. They will send people on the road and not allow the survey to take place. Whether Vishnu Jain says about the temple and why I'm different,
Sir,
I'm not different. I'm just giving the historical perspective.
That we do not have control over.
No, I want to ask a question to Atikur Rahman. Can you say today on a national channel that any monument can be constructed after demolishing a Hindu temple? Yes or no? If you can say, if you are an Islamic scholar, sir, if you can say that Islam permits that, sir, yes, after demolishing a Hindu temple, a mosque can be raised, I will not speak a word.
You are an honorable member of the court.
No, I am not shouting.
Sir,
I'm just making my point. I am asking you a question. Please clarify this.
I am proposing history. The Supreme Court said we do not have control over it, but we do have control over our present.
No, this is not the answer to my question, sir.
Okay, so let's bring it back to the present, sir. And if I could bring Mr. Sohail once again and try and get his views on this particular point. Why are you wanting to be in contempt of court? It is a court, a neutral body, not one, actually two courts that have said, please let the survey be conducted. Why are you stalling that? What do you fear is going to come out?
Madam, it's already court has violated Supreme Court order. There's already a violation. Then what?
So now you will question the court also.
See, that's
you've
what
questioned the court twice, you've been overruled. You've questioned the neutral nature of the advocate commissioner.
We have an objection. I respect the court, but I don't accept the order now. It's a fundamental right for us. You know that the constitution has given us. We will go to the High Court or Supreme Court again in this
if
matter.
You say so,
now, see, I'm more
concerned
what is happening now. Hundreds of mosques been demolishing now in the rule of BJP and RSS.
No dispute should be raised.
I don't care.
It is place of worship bill. It is not Supreme Court judgment.
See, you
don't even know what is the law and what is the Supreme Court saying, what is the law saying. You don't even know that you come as a politician and speak very ponderously. Supreme Court order does not contain any para which says no more disputes. It is place of worship which says so. So either vote properly or don't vote.
It's very simple. You know, now the government should stop this division of the country.
Yes, Mr. Jain, please.
I am asking my friend who is making his point here, if he is saying that this order of the lower court is in violation of the judgment of the Supreme Court, why did Anjuman Intizamiya not challenge this judgment in the Supreme Court? After the rejection order on 21st of April by the Honorable High Court, they could have very well filed an SLP before the Honorable Supreme Court. No challenge was made. And let me tell you, sir, they succumbed to the order. They made a statement before the court that they have no problem with the Advocate Commissioner. They have no problem with this survey. And now you are saying that this is in defiance of the orders of the Supreme Court. If you are that much aware, then file a petition in the Supreme Court. Rather than talking here,
should not afford this to happen, sir.
Mr. Atikur Rahman, is it or is it not a fact that the two primary objections that were raised by the Intizamiya committee, that only Muslims and security personnel can enter the premises, their own lawyer has been cited in the verdict as saying that everybody is allowed entry. So even on that front, he has been countered and overruled.
Why did they stop Muslims going inside the mosque and praying? Why did they stop?
No one stopped them.
Who is stopping Muslims from going and praying? What are you talking, sir?
We were stopped. The survey commissioner was stopped.
The people are not allowed.
Priya,
yes.
If anybody is interfering in the process of law, the court will punish them. It's a contempt
so then you go to the court. No. Why are you stopping the surveyor from doing his job? Sir, and now questioning that he is biased.
The outsiders are poking their dirty noses. And where is
Sir, who is
this politicization?
Which politician has poked his dirty nose?
No.
Varanasi Civil Court is a dirty court, or the High Court is a dirty court? Or the petitioners, the 5 women who have petitioned? Which one is a politician?
Outsiders are having their dirty noses.
Okay.
All of them who are behind Mr. Vishnu Jain are politicians.
No one is behind me.
I'm unfortunately running out of time, but thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. This is a debate that has been on for centuries, not even decades. We are not going to settle it today, but all eyes will definitely be on the court tomorrow, whether or not court will rule in favor of survey to resume the survey that has been blocked twice now. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on this broadcast. We take a very quick break.